maintenance day for Marcel?
Yeah, Mark's. Yeah. We expect him to be ready tomorrow, but maintenance day for him. He's our most experienced center right now. He did a good job last year with playing with Patrick Kane, the good players, and so we just thought potentially, the make of that line gives him some beef a little bit with the strength of Bertuzzi, and potentially it gives the other line a little bit of beef as well. And so we'll see we'll see if we liked it in practice, and we'll decide if we want to do it in the game.
Face-offs have a strength. I think he's had a couple plus column games the last two. Where are you at on his face-offs, and how does that factor in?
Well, I think, if he was I'd like him to continue to improve in the face-off circle. I think some of that comes down to people helping you, but one area where I think he'd get more ice time if he was better in the face-off circle would be shorthanded. But he's just got to keep working at it. So it's something I know he spends time working with LJ Scarpace, going through video of the opponent, trying to find their techniques, and he's working hard at it, but he's just got to keep getting better at it.
How does it weigh into, you've had guys before you were play ball in flexible way.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine with his instincts, you want to play in the middle. How much is like the face-offs determined?
We haven't thought a whole bunch about moving him to the wing at this point, because I do think he's a good playmaking center. It probably dictates a little bit, zone starts where they go, things like that. And sometimes he probably doesn't get, again, as much ice as if I knew he was going to win the face-off for sure, whether that be in our end or his end. But that's just something he's got to keep working at. Yep.
Yep. We'll continue with Ansar Khan.
Yeah, Jeff, any further update on Dylan? Has he been ruled out for tomorrow?
No further update as of right now, no.
Okay, and no estimated time frame or anything like that, or?
Nope.
Okay. Also, just getting back to Suter for a bit, I think you'd mentioned yesterday, playing with guys who can put the puck in the net would be a boost for him. I mean, playing with Bertuzzi and Raymond, obviously a good opportunity for him. Just to talk about how important that is, if he could capitalize on that.
I think it's important. I think he's a good playmaker. I think he can score as well around the net. He had a real good tip last night that didn't go in. But I think we need more guys going at a high level. A week ago today, I think we had a bunch of guys going at a high level, and as of last night, we didn't. So, ultimately, we just got to one by one, each guy kind of find a way to bring it to another level. And if it takes a little bit of line juggling, then it takes a little bit of line juggling. Obviously, we don't want to do that too much, but it gives opportunities for new looks, and maybe it'll spark somebody. I hope it sparks the whole lineup, to be honest with you.
And tomorrow's game, this is the second time this week you'll be playing a team that's coming back from a West Coast trip. Does that alter your approach any as far as early in the game and what you try to jump on them early? Or is there any difference there when you're playing a team coming back from the West Coast?
I don't think it alters your game. I think, you hope that you can get a jump on them. Obviously, it didn't happen in Montreal. So you hope that you can get a jump on them early. And sometimes when you come back from the West Coast, you feel tired. Sometimes it's the next day. Sometimes it's a couple days later. So, I'm sure they're taking all the precautions they can to be as fresh as possible tomorrow night. And we just got to make sure we go out and play good hockey. I'm not really worried about whether they come from the West Coast, the East Coast, or Florida. We just need to play good hockey and take care of our own business.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
Next, we'll go to Helene St. James.
Jeff, De Kaiser, is it that a coach's decision last night, or?
Yeah, that was a coach's decision. Yep.
Okay. And just with the schedule, I think last time you went into a back-to-back, which was just last week, you had them do off-ice stuff the day before. I mean, how hard is it to balance right now, especially, there's a game again Sunday. I mean, up until the week of Thanksgiving, this schedule is just relentless. And you probably feel like you needed to practice after yesterday, but at the same time, you got to keep what's ahead in mind.
Yeah, there's no doubt that's part of, what our job is to try to manage that energy. And sometimes it's good to skate, and especially when you're on the road. I think last week was a little bit different. We were at home. We were coming off a road trip and going right back on a road trip, and we were flying out after the game on Friday. And I just thought that day at home for certain guys, if they decided to take it, was really important. where in this case, we're on the road anyways. It wasn't a real taxing practice. But I did think, as a player at times, you want to walk off the ice and feel good about yourself. And obviously nobody felt good about themselves last night. So hopefully we walked off the ice today, feeling a little bit better about ourselves, and we can get ready for a game tomorrow. But it's a management of kind of where the workload's at with everybody and where their energy level's at. And it's something we'll continue to manage over the next couple of weeks, because it is a condensed or relentless schedule.
And just lastly, to make sure, Vrana has had his shoulder surgery, right? So he did have the surgery.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
He's going through rehab. He had the shoulder surgery, and he's going through rehab right now. And I wouldn't even put a timeline on it right now, but it'll be significant time here still.
Okay. So different from, I think at training camp, you said 4 months, which was really through January at that point. Is that still?
I don't know if I said 4, if he said 4, I think generally those surgeries are anywhere between 4 to 6 months, so it depends how the rehab goes and where we're at. And obviously if we're late into January, you're starting to get into that Olympic break
Right.
I would be more apt, to give you a closer timeline here once we get past the new year probably, and be able to tell you more closely where he's at.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next, go to Ted Colfin.
Hey, Jeff, what's the mood around the team in regards to Dylan? I mean, a guy that, captain, he's well-liked, well-respected, obviously. I mean, just concern or just support, obviously, or what?
He's somebody that we all care tons about, and we'll continue to care tons about him, and certainly I don't want to get into it too deep though, because that's not fair. So again, I think our guys care a ton about him, and certainly that continues today.
And just last one, how do you guys produce more offense? You kind of talked about it last night, but what do you guys need to do to get going on offensively anyways?
Well, one way for sure, we got to be quicker on pucks. I think our second guy's got to be quicker to loose pucks, to make sure we're getting loose pucks. And then 2, I think we got to be harder around the net. In 3, we got to shoot the puck more. I didn't think we shot the puck for any chaos, and I didn't think we're hard enough at the net. So, we worked through a little bit of that stuff today. And then it's just a matter of guys rising their game to another level.
Sonny, thanks.
Yep.
Last question, Bob Duff.
Jeff, what do you like so far about Rasmussen's game, and what do you need to see more from him?
Well, I like that he's growing, and that, as I talked to him today on the ice, there's going to be ups and downs with that. He's getting some pretty significant minutes and playing against some pretty high-end players at times. And, when he's on his game, I think he does a really good job of defending, being long, making it hard on other people, being physical, being hard at the net. When he gets off his game a little bit, he probably thinks too much, and it slows you down a little bit, and you start to second guess yourself. And that's the reality of a young guy being in a prominent role, both PP, PK, and 5-on-5. And so, he's just got to make sure he understands there's going to be ebbs and flows. There's going to be times where he's playing good and times where he's struggling a little bit, and you got to work past those struggles. And I think overall in the season, he's done a good job for us. He's a good player. He's a huge guy who's added strength to his frame, who's added skating element to his game. And now he just needs to continue to grow and be in lots of situations. And the only way to gain experience is to go through it. And as you're going through it, and this is true of our team, for a lot of our young guys, they're going to have some ups and downs. It's just a reality of kind of gaining that experience.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. We'll